Attribution is one of the most talked about topics in marketing. It's also one of the most misunderstood. My name is Salam from Insights Titan, where we empower businesses to make better decisions with data and drive growth. Most attribution conversations start too late. A lot of teams only start talking about attribution when the trust is already weak. When the client is asking why Meta is saying one thing, GA4 is saying another thing, and their CRM is also inconsistent. Basically, at this point, everyone is trying to explain the numbers. But here is where the real problem started. Attribution is not a reporting issue. It is the way you decide who gets credit for each of the results on the campaign. And once different platforms are assigning credits differently based on results, the confusion is guaranteed unless the agency makes clear where they want to get this attribution from. Attribution is basically a credit assignment system. At a simple level, attribution is the method used to decide which marketing touchpoints gets credit for conversion. Let's say someone sees a YouTube ad, they go on and click another Google search ad, but later they come back through an email and finally buy. Now the question is, which channel gets credit for that sale? And that is what attribution is basically trying to answer. Where everybody might get a little confused is because the answer depends on the model being used. It is not a complete truth. Different models answer the questions differently, and this is why attribution is quite confusing. While a last click model will give most or all of the credit to the final touch point, a first click model may give the credit to the channel that introduced our customer. Other models spread the credit across the multiple touch points. So when different tools use different logic, they produce different outcomes. And those outcomes will sound reasonable, but that does not mean one of them is correct and the other is wrong. It just means that they're answering the same questions using different logic or different rules. So this is where agencies need to be the ones making it clear to their clients, because a lot of clients see different numbers and they assume that it is completely wrong and inconsistent. The truth is, attribution is useful, but it is still incomplete. And this is the part where people do not always state clearly, because while attribution can be useful, it doesn't paint the full picture of the marketing performance. Why? Because not every channel influences a customer in a way that attribution can clearly capture. Things like brand activity, repeated exposure, offline influence, or word of mouth, even longer buying cycles, all of these things matter, but they do not always show up neatly inside the attribution report. So if a team treats attribution like the entire truth, they can end up overestimating or underestimating what is actually hard to track, which is one of the biggest traps in digital marketing reporting as of today. The real value of attribution is not certainty, and this is the mindset shift that needs to happen more often than not. Attribution is not valuable because it gives us certainty. It is valuable because it gives us a useful lens on customer behavior, and that is a different way to capture the value. It can help you understand patterns. It can help you see which touch points are showing up frequently. It can help you make smarter decisions that have no visibility at all, but it should not be mistaken for complete truth. This is why honest attribution conversations are more useful than trying to sound very confident about it. Agencies need to know when attribution is enough and when it is not. If the client needs a practical reporting view of touch points, attribution may be a better decision. But if the agency is trying to answer questions like what is really driving incremental growth, how should we reallocate budget across channels, which channels are genuinely creating value versus which ones are just getting the credit, then attribution alone cannot answer these questions. This is usually where other methods or other approaches start to get into the conversation. So the job here is not to blindly trust attribution or reject it. It is to understand what question can we answer well with attribution. Here's what clients actually need from agencies. Most clients do not need a technical breakdown of attribution. What they need is clarity and understanding of some basic things from the agency, like what this number means, why is there inconsistencies on the platform, what can and cannot be concluded from this number, and what decision are we making next. It is what makes the reporting that you're sharing with the client more trustworthy. If you found this useful or you found this valuable, don't forget to share and subscribe. Cheers.